Hey, welcome to the Talk Movies podcast. I'm Drew.
Up, Cam.
And today we're talking about the 2019 film Queen and Slim. And we have a very special guest, Hannah.
Hi.
Tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Hannah. I'm currently a junior here. My major is health sciences. I'm kind of involved on campus. I'm the vice president of BSU. And I just started modeling for the catwalk. So.
Real business. Keep it up, man.
Turn this down a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, just get into it. Correct me if I'm wrong, you picked this movie, right? For us to watch, or did you pick the movie to watch?
I'll make the movie.
You picked the movie. Okay,
Yeah, I picked the movie.
I just want to get that right.
Yeah. I want to talk about, man, there's so many movies I want to talk about.
Mhm.
Doing like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, so
Yeah.
I couldn't get through them all, but I knew this is one that's modern. So I knew,
For Black History Month.
right.
Yeah.
I knew like a couple of people, or I knew like it's a big thing amongst Black history movies, and it's kind of newer.
Mm-hmm.
So more people are familiar with it. So I thought this would be a good one to pick.
Did it come out right during COVID?
Not just
Before.
Before
before.
COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is November 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like, when did COVID start?
2020.
March
March
2020.
2020.
like a couple months out.
Oh yeah. It's called COVID-19 though. It started at the end of November.
Well, like officially.
yeah.
Yeah, overseas,
Yeah.
but
In March. Okay, yeah. So yeah, right before COVID had hit. So yeah, it's a good movie though.
Yeah, really
Start
great
with you first. What are your initial?
I was impressed because, Drew Britton. Shout out to Drew Britton. I'm used to the movies he shows in class that are like slow burns and don't really get going right off the bat. This movie gets going very quickly with the cop getting shot,
Mhm.
that whole scene, which was extremely frustrating because of how douchey the cop was.
How quick it is.
My God, he is
Yeah.
such a. But that happens, which I liked. That like kicks off the story, and I did appreciate how it becomes more, because I thought it was gonna be more of kind of like it's this intense, which it is in some parts intense, like chase with all the police and everything. But it was a lot more about the characters, which
Yeah.
I liked, because you get to learn about them. And I also thought it was a nice touch that they were on their first date before that happened, so they
Yeah.
really don't know each other as much.
Yeah.
And I like how we see them go from that, and then through this experience, they kind of get closer and closer towards the end when,
They die.
and
Yeah.
spoilers,
Spoilers.
but it's fine. But yeah, just seeing kind of how they go from not having a relationship to kind of, and how long?
Like a day?
A day? Yeah,
I think this all happened like in a
a
day.
week. A week?
Yeah, no week.
A week? Is it?
Yeah, at the end of the movie, they were like, it's a 6-day. It's been
A
it's ended
6-day search?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
so like 6 days. I mean, it goes by.
That's
Goes
still
by really
that's
fast.
still quick though, I guess, for them to.
You thought they went through? You think they went through Ohio to
That's
Atlanta?
true. They
in a
did go
day?
through a lot of states. That's true.
That's true. They did,
My-
because they start in Ohio and
Yeah.
they
Went all the way to.
Miami.
yeah.
They get to the port and then they fly off.
That's true.
That was a lot.
6 days.
That 6 days is still quick to
Yeah.
like, like madly in love. or
Madly in
something.
love,
Yeah.
and then like you just.
for each other.
With this girl you just met.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
crazy. Well, what are your thoughts?
My first time watching the movie, it was a lot because so much happens in like the span of like the 2 hours. Like,
Mhm.
so much happens. So, I was after watching it the first time, I think I was like kind of overwhelmed. Not gonna lie, but the second time I watched it, I was like I paid attention a lot more to like the little details and stuff like that. I still like it a lot. I think it's a really great film, and I think that it shows like Black culture, Black history, the Black experience like just so well, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like how, because normally in like these criminal chase movies, I guess it's
Mhm.
mostly kind of, I don't know, it's always just this one guy who gets like framed for a crime, and then it's like the police going after him. It's kind of like that back and forth, where you see like equally the cops trying to catch him and then the guy trying to evade him. But I like how this one was a lot more culturally significant because of the like angle they take towards it, where it is like something as, like I said, culturally like prominent as like police brutality
Mhm.
and just mistreatment of Black people around the country. Along with the fact that, like I said earlier, how it's just about the characters, not about the police,
Right.
because that would kind of ruin the whole point of it.
Yeah, I think they followed the police and like catching up with,
It would, yeah.
it wouldn't get the same.
But it also
We treat it the same.
But it also keeps like the suspense up of when they like the SWAT team like breaks down the door or something like that. When they're catching on me, you're like, oh crap, they better get out of there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I like that aspect of it, and it's very similar now that I think about it to Romeo and Juliet, especially with the end.
Yeah.
You guys read Shakespeare? I know you had to in high school.
Yeah, I read it.
I got the.
I was supposed to read it in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but I just know I watched the movie, which
Yeah.
that was bad. But there's definitely terrible.
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
That was a terrible.
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of parallels, especially with the ending part where like you see them kind of like immortalized and kind of how they
Good word to use, man. They used it in the
Thank you. Yeah.
And I think also, oh sorry, I already cut you out.
No, you're good.
I think the movie shows so many like different perspectives to like how people reacted to them, because like right after it happened, like they met, he actually hit the black guy and his son. Remember, like the son was like, "Come on, Dad, like my dad wants to meet you," and then he hit him with his car.
Yeah.
And then like they were in support of him. There he was like, Black Power, like I'm so glad you did that, like them cops, whatever. But sorry. But
yeah. Then there's the mechanic.
then there's a mechanic who was just like, no, that was wrong. And his son is like, no, I love you guys. Like, you guys are great. So,
I like the hospitality with it. And I mentioned earlier to you before we started, like the Southern hospitality when they went to the club and like she gave them the drink. She's like, we know you're safe here.
Yeah.
So, and I think they were in Atlanta at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So part of that Southern hospitality. And I mean, I guess it's just, I don't know, when you're in a situation like that. And I mean, I don't know how I'd react if someone like that came up to me and I see him in public. Like,
Yeah, because I was watching it and you came in to the news or whatever. I'm like, God, this is so frustrating because the whole like incident that causes everything is like, and it's realistic because they're being shown as like they pulled the trigger on the cop. I know like the camera footage isn't gonna show him just pulling the gun on him, and then like they're not even like attacking him. They're just like trying to understand what's going on, and then he shoots her, which.
yeah, that was.
Why? Why
He seemed so flustered in that moment. Like, I mean, there's no like that was not okay at all. But like in the moment, like the way he was acting was just
the
like,
police officer?
yeah, the police officer was just like, oh. And
Yeah, I was like,
but then he still was trying to take down the other guy, which was just
yeah. I don't know. Is that because I've never had, like, I don't know, because I know that happens like in No, I mean just like the way police like who are racist act. I just felt like it was kind of like so boom.
so fast.
Yeah, I feel like if the scene was played out a little like longer, we could have gotten like that suspense would have built up. Because to me, he just seems like so like instantly like such a douche. Like
Yeah.
but there's people like that.
Yeah,
There's people like that around everywhere. So
I think there's two different ways to go about it. One for like a realistic experience.
Yeah.
Well, not real. Well, yeah, realistic experience, and then one for like cinematic experience. So you
yeah,
can go
that's true.
the cinematic experience by building up the suspense and having the whole the scene lasts for like 5-10 minutes.
Mhm.
Right.
Or you can go like the realistic route and then like just not even have them. He could have like pulled his gun out,
Immediately.
right? Which I
Mm.
think that would have helped with the cinematic experience as well, because you're like, damn, excuse me, sorry, Mom. And then you'll be like, man, like soon as he like he doesn't even get out the car, the Slim, and I don't know. I think that would have been not a better way, but just like another route to take. But all in all, it doesn't take that long to get to the main point.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely kind of gets it going quicker. Like, it kind of kickstarts the whole thing a lot more, like, abruptly, I guess, because it's so quick. Because they're just coming back from their date or whatever, and they're just, like,
Literally.
still getting to know each other, and then all this happens.
But it wasn't a good date though. Like
it
they
was not.
they started off very rocky.
It was
She was not.
She was not going for him at all.
And it
Lawyer.
sucks.
It really does. He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah,
Right? He could have used a fade, but like
He said, I sent you a text 3 weeks ago. Now you want to go out to eat.
what? Because she was lonely that night.
No, literally.
That's what I.
You gonna use me for your loneliness?
What? Like
I'll pay.
I have
I'll
my
pay for the
opinion-
check though.
I have my opinions on her.
What are your opinions, Hannah?
On Queen.
Yeah.
What's your?
Queen was doing too much.
That's what we said, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
It felt like from the beginning it was just like, I have nothing to lose. I don't care about my family. Kind of. That's kind of what she said.
Yeah.
So I mean, do you care about your family? He's kept saying, like, I have a family, like, I'm really scared. And she's just like, come on, we gotta go. You gotta go.
She felt like it felt like she was so like judgmental towards him for like
Caring about his family.
yeah, because her family obviously like life wasn't great because her mother died,
Yeah.
and just her uncle just
Yeah.
not great. I will say, like, do you guys think that the way she reacted in the incident, like with the cop and everything at the beginning, was that like how'd you feel about that? Because like I can understand like both parts of her, you know, because you don't want to see that happen, you know, something like that happen. But at the same time, like the mechanic said, and it depends on your experience.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was like, I wouldn't have done anything. I would just got the ticket and just like sat there. But like, what do you guys think of that? Like the way she reacted.
I would stay in the car, man.
That's
You go stay in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got pulled over once. Scariest moment of my life. Swear to God.
Yeah.
especially since by that point nothing extra. Like the guy was.
I mean, yeah,
cop
he
was-
was,
yeah.
yeah. And he was being very, like, loud but I don't know. I think I
Yeah.
would have stayed in the car, too.
And that whole like open the trunk thing.
The shoes. He's messing
Him
with
playing
the
with
shoes.
the shoes, I'm like,
Those are good shoes.
he's like,
and
it's
you're
cold
just-
outside. Like, can we, I feel like that's something I would say, too. Like, can you hurry up? Like, it's cold.
Yeah.
But that, I don't,
And he's like, "What'd you say?"
what'd you say?
I'm like,
I don't see how that triggered him to pull out his gun.
It's cold. Like it's
Like you not cold?
Yeah,
Look
that
at my
was-
shoes.
But then he literally was like, what you say? And then pulled out his gun.
Now that's when I was like,
And I
this
was
is
like,
a little
what?
Yeah, this is like if it was something like, I don't know, like maybe what's his name? Daniel, or I guess I'll say Slim. Yeah, Slim.
Let me know.
I can't believe it's the title. But like, if he would have said something that would have been like a little like slightly more triggering,
Right.
But it was just like it's and he said it so innocently. It's just like
He did.
It's cold.
He kind of like laughed with it, too. Like, he was like,
cold.
And he knew he messed up when he said what? He was,
yeah.
he was like, my bad.
He's
bro."
like,
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it's cold. Like,
Yeah,
dude, like you not cold looking at my Air Maxes? Like,
Oh,
it
literally.
was rough in those shoes.
And he was trying to take everything out the shoes.
Like, yeah.
soul out to see if he had like weed under the sole. Like, bro, I'm not into that. But I get why she got out the car.
I do, too. Yeah.
That lawyer aspect.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably came for like you're doing it, and I was saying,
Do you have a warrant? Yeah.
But I feel like in
That's
those
what you're
situations, does that matter? Like, to be like, when you're dealing with a cop like that, to say like, oh, do you have a warrant? And try to use all these technical things, they don't care. Like,
Yeah.
that's when she tried to pull her phone out. And
exactly. That's me. Yeah.
Which and that's also like the thing that is frustrating but really realistic is about like that, like filming what's happening, because you know because he had his dash cam and that shot like what was actually going on, but it's just so frustrating because he literally caused the interact. You know what I mean? He was, you know,
And all because he barely swerved.
Barely.
And he said he didn't use a turn signal. When was he turn? I don't.
he was straight. It was just
He went straight. He just went over and because he
What-
took his phone.
Was it like a turn changing lanes? I don't.
He didn't even go.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a passing thing.
You had no breath. Is it called a breathalyzer or something?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even, you suspected that he was drunk. So you want to give him a DUI.
You suspect he had drugs. Yeah,
But you still never did like the walking test, like
Yeah.
walk in a straight line.
Get the flashlight and get his eye.
Something.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
and I think that, and I knew it was not gonna be good when he was like, "Do you want backup?" And he was like, "No," because you know it was like, but I don't know. I felt the guy that picked them up in the truck. He
The
was like,
sheriff?
yeah.
That was
like
crazy.
he was like the nicest guy, like initially,
Yeah.
but then which
He found out.
yeah, but like again, he has no context of what actually happened, and
You can't really blame him.
you can't blame him because it's like the way they describe it is the way it's presented to everyone,
Mhm.
being like, "Oh, they shot the cop. That's it."
But
It doesn't tell you that he started it himself, and then it was like it was essentially self defense. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he would have shot them if he didn't shoot him, you know.
Yeah.
And he did.
She would have died.
Yeah.
in the jungle. So and we see how that.
Oh, wait. I'm
Yeah.
thinking too far. I'm thinking of the sheriff.
Yeah, but
Like the sheriff that picks him
Who
up.
gets put in the trunk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Talking about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What
Okay.
sheriff you talking
I'm talking about that sheriff.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
guys were talking about the cop again.
about? I was.
But it seemed like the sheriff was like, if it was self defense, it was self defense. Like he seemed like but at the same time, like she said, you can't trust. It's their job.
And
But
and
I don't know,
Slim
it's
was
so
not playing it.
Yeah.
He was very like he was outside pacing out.
He was.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Wouldn't you?
No, I mean that's like what
How
30
anxious would
minutes
you be?
like after
Damn.
he killed someone. I mean, I'd be anxious too.
I get
Yeah,
nervous.
And even she was like,
Not only did you kill someone, but you're trying to escape the police. Like,
yeah. And
the cop right there. Yeah, I was kind of
She
nervous.
was even saying like, "Get in the car. What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm nervous. What do you think?" Like it's like, yeah,
She
like,
was so like.
stoic.
demanded?
I got good words, man.
Yeah,
Oh, those good words.
yeah. Which then again, it's like the lawyer in her, like, but once again, like, well, she didn't pull the trigger. That's why she's not, you know what I mean? Like, he actually killed someone, and they have that conversation later where, like, they start, like, reflecting on when they're in the bed or whatever, and they kind of just, what did he say? I can't remember what he said. But they just have that moment where you kind of get to see a little more of him, because for the most part, you don't really, for Slim's character, you really don't get a lot of that until we kind of get moving to the middle of the movie where, like, we see that phone call in the bathroom with his family.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was
His dad.
Props to the dad for hanging up, man.
Props to the dad.
Give it up for the dad, man. Keep you.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I liked how just in the middle of the movie we get to see more of their characters. Like I said, I thought it was just gonna be like chase, you know, like.
Did you think it was gonna be like an action thingy? Action?
I didn't think it was. I thought it was gonna be more like suspense, not so much like romance. You know.
Yeah, it was a
romance.
love story. Honestly.
Yeah, it was. The way it ends. I mean,
Oh yeah.
They were really Bonnie and Clyde, like
Yeah.
for real.
That's
And I
all-
think that's
yeah.
what they said, like we're the real life
mm-hmm.
Bonnie and Clyde or something. Did they
Yeah.
say that? Maybe not.
I don't know. I kind of want to say that, but I didn't want to put it because Bonnie and Clyde, they was going around robbing banks, killing people.
Oh.
So I didn't want to like, but I do kind of see the symbolism, but with like the killing, but they
Yeah.
just like justify Bonnie and Clyde
Yeah.
was just trying to get the money.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. I just think of like we just die together. Like
Yeah.
that's how in love we are.
Yeah.
They got gunned down too. Bonnie
Yeah.
and Clyde got
Did.
Oh, they did.
Y'all seen Highwayman?
No, I heard it's good.
Yeah, I saw it when I was in high school. Good stuff.
Is it Jeff Bridges? I don't know who.
I think Woody Harrelson.
Oh, okay. I've never seen. I just rings a bell. But what do you guys think of the acting overall? Because I thought the acting was good, and like we said, I just thought that who is the actress that plays Queen?
Jodie Turner-Smith.
Jodie Turner-Smith.
I haven't.
She sounds very familiar. What is she in?
She is in Without Remorse.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
There's not a lot of big stuff.
Huh.
Anne Boleyn. I don't know. After Yang, the Independent, Night Flyers, The White Noise.
I have not seen any of those.
Yeah, I think this is her biggest.
It's her biggest.
Biggest role, yeah.
Lemon, Deadshot. Yeah, these are. Wonder how she landed this one.
I don't know. I feel like a movie or a TV show, anything is good when it makes me feel like if I get angry at a character or like if I'm like
Feel bad or get.
feel bad, but like if a character is like irritating me.
Oh,
It-
really?
I don't know. I feel like that means they're acting really well. Like they're
Mhm.
playing really well into their character. Or I don't
Yeah.
know. But she like, I think she acted really well. Like she was that. I don't know if she was trying to portray like a. To me, I would describe her as like a control freak. Is that a good term to use? Because I feel like she was just overly controlling everything. Like every
That's-
move they were trying to make, it was her, and that's why her uncle was like, "Dang, do you speak? Like, can you say something?" And he's just like, "Huh? Like, I'm here to."
Yeah, he was messing up that.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Like, they were hungry. Okay,
I don't.
I would have.
I would have did the same thing. I would have been like, "What are y'all talking about?"
Like the salad, like full, like that. Yeah.
I'm like, "What are y'all eating? Cabbage?" Like,
And green beans,
literally.
all vegetables.
That fish looked amazing though.
Unc had to
Hungry
come
though
through.
right now. I'm not gonna
No, really?
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Do you think that they're, cause what, 6 days? Do you think that they're like being together in the end? Do you think it was justified through what they went through, or do you think it was so quick?
There's an expression, I forget how it goes verbatim, but it's like it was something along the lines of like hard times put people
Hard times
Mm-hmm.
bring people together. I don't.
something like that. I don't know, I forgot what it is, but it's
We'll
like
look it up. We'll look it up later.
yeah, well if I remember to put it in there. Anyway, it's like yeah, but it's tough though, cause like in the middle of all that, how do you find like the time to like get to build and grow with somebody? But I guess if you're like both, I think 'cause they're both vulnerable at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
If anything, it'd be like they get more irritated with each other. Well, just
Yeah.
just because their initial meeting is so incompatible, like they
Mhm.
just don't seem good for each other at all.
Mm-hmm.
That like when something like this happens, and you see that like throughout, like them getting like mad at each other. But for the most part, it's like, especially when they get to Atlanta, that's kind of like when you're like they're gonna get together. You know,
Yep.
you can just sense it, and you're just kind of, I don't know. I just feel like realistically, in some cases, and like I said, it depends. But I just think like seeing them get more like agitated with each other, especially with like the impending like we're never gonna be able to see our families again. Like
Mhm.
we're not gonna.
We might not make it.
Yeah, we might not make it. We're definitely going to jail if we get caught. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, it's kind of just depressing, especially because of the circumstance of them just like defending themselves.
Yeah. I feel like she started off very like no, I'm not. I don't want to talk to you. Like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go here. We're gonna do this, whatever. But like over time, she opened up, and like one of my favorite parts of the film is like the conversations they were having, but they weren't talking. It was kind of like the
yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Or,
I
like,
noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, with the voiceover?
Yeah, the voiceover,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's when you're able, like, you were really able to see like how they felt.
That was
like,
that was an interesting touch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. We all watched this on an illegal website. So
I thought my phone.
I
broke.
thought-
I thought,
Oh no, I think that was purposeful.
It was.
I thought my phone
Yeah.
was or my Wi-Fi was
I
crap.
feel like that was their like subconscious speaking or something.
Yeah.
Like the deeper thoughts that they actually had. Like she was saying like, no, this is what because she gave off this impression like, I don't want love. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not interested in you. I want to be alone. But on the inside, she actually felt like, I really want someone like I can grow with, someone who can like take care of me. Like she's like explained in detail what she actually really
and
valued.
and I think like at the beginning, especially in their first meeting, she kind of like plays that down by saying like, yeah, I just didn't want to be lonely. And she even says the thing where it's like,
She was really mean, actually.
yeah, where she was like talking about how she hates hearing other people eat.
Yes, that scene really. I was like, girl, stop.
And
Like he's
he's
hungry.
munching the food. Yeah, he's munching the food and he's eating that.
you know, casual like, bro,
Oh.
I just killed someone.
No, literally.
Were
She's
you?
like, hush,
Were
woman.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, and there was this one part that bothered me.
Mm.
When he hit the guy with the car.
That part was so funny. I'm sorry.
That was hilarious.
That scene, that guy was
The
just.
dad. Shout out to the dad.
Shout out to the dad.
was like-
Sorry
it
about
was
your
like-
leg, but shout out.
It was like ad lib. It didn't even.
No.
That is so like
Yeah.
pure. He's like, get in the car. He's like talking to his kid.
He's like arguing with his son the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't in love with your mama or something. He's like,
Don't call mom a bad word. He's like, who says I'm talking about your mom?
he's like, I got girls.
But she was like, what she say? He hit her. He hit him,
Yeah.
and then he was like, he's like, oh my god, what do I do? She's like, and then he's like, can you calm? He's like, can you calm down? She's like, don't talk to me that way.
Yeah, no.
What?
He didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
He said it all calm. He said, can you calm down?
Mhm.
Talk to me that way. Lady, I just hit this man. I just killed somebody, and I just stuffed somebody in the trunk.
The night could not get any worse.
Yes.
Dude,
Wait,
what's
really.
I don't know what I'd do. She would have.
And then she didn't even want to take him to the hospital. But I'm not gonna lie. In that situation, if I were in that situation, I'm not gonna lie.
A busted up knee.
If we're on the run from the cops, you want to go to the hospital. Look, you might have to figure it out.
Like if he was like a bone was
Is
sticking
that
out his
wrong?
leg, if he was like needing the, but he
no,
he
literally.
busted up his bad knee.
He can
It's like
still walk.
The kid brought up a good point. I just bought y'all some food. Y'all can't say my dad.
No, that's true. Like, come on, give it.
Got it.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That scene was really funny. Do you think that moments like that? I don't know. Well, it's because like if it was like more of a chase scene, I would say that scene kind of like breaks the tension. But since we're kind of just seeing like how, like you said earlier, how other people are reacting to what they did, I think was a really nice touch because he's like Black Power or something like that.
Literally.
And even when he's walking, he's like
He's like, it's cameras all up in here. We can't go in there.
He's like doing this, like
Yeah.
like, and everything. And then when you get to the mechanic and he's just like basically saying like, no, I wouldn't have done that. You guys are idiots for doing that. I think that's important to show that parallel, especially going cross country like they are.
Yeah.
I think that's because at that point they're in Miami when they see the mechanic, right? Or are they close?
When they're.
They should be close. It's towards the end.
Yeah, that is towards the end.
Towards the end a little bit. And then Ohio is where the guy gets hit at the beginning. And
Yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah. I think it's important to kind of show that different angles towards it. But visually, because I don't know what film company made this. I'm not entirely
wanna-
sure.
It's not A24. It is Universal.
Oh yeah.
Universal.
Yeah. Wait, I thought the film was made like it didn't seem. I don't know what the budget was. Did the budget say what it was on there? Because it seemed pretty like low.
That's because it was shot on film. I think.
Yeah, it was shot on film, but even just like the camera shots of like the car shots where it's like hooked up to the window, so like you see their faces like here, and then you see all the
Oh, yeah.
that stuff, and especially in the first scene when they do have their first like dinner or whatever, you kind of the way the shots are framed, it's like they're very like you see a lot of what's behind them instead, which I think is important, kind of to show how like distant they are. Like you're more watching like what's going on behind because that's kind of like how they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a way to kind of show that. But then as the film goes on, and they get more close, you get more of those like intimate, like close up shots of them,
Yeah.
especially, you know, when they finally like kiss and
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
kind of unnecessary.
Yeah.
It was a good scene, but I was I don't know, for some
I was
reason-
waiting for it to end.
yeah,
I was like over it. I'm like, can we skip it?
it was a good like
when they kiss.
No,
like,
in the
yeah,
car.
in the
Oh yeah,
like I like
yeah, I
scene
yeah.
in total.
I like skipped it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we're still going. I'm like,
Yeah.
literally, Lord,
Like man, and like
because that's when Junior. That's simultaneously while he is.
Dying.
Yeah.
he's at the protest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Which is crazy. It's like they're well, I don't know. That's good. Like the protest was for them,
Yeah.
and then you see them
Yeah.
doing that at the same time. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. In your guys' eyes, like, what kind of how significant do you think it is for the film to kind of show, also like through Junior, kind of their impact on the country, basically? How important is that in your guys' opinion? Because I think it's like really good that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I don't know, just seeing like how serious stuff can get. Because you see it on the news all the time, and then have it portrayed so realistically with the kid getting. I mean, maybe not so realistic to the point where like you got this 12-year-old shooting a cop in the face, but then again, you never really know how what really happens.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I feel like everything was kind of necessary to get the point across, and just
Yeah, I
to show
think so, too.
how wide of a spectrum something like this can get.
Mhm.
And just get the full story. I mean, maybe not like I said, like we said, not having the full story of the cop's perspective.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm just saying, talking circles. Man, what do you think?
I feel like Junior was like that young fire that like
Yeah.
the movie kind of needed. I don't know. Like he's the only really kid perspective that you kind of get that talks about what happened. But
Yeah.
then also I was about to say something else about Junior.
Because like I know it's just I appreciate how it's like he looks at them like heroes, basically.
Yeah, he like idolizes them. He's like, I'd die right now as long as I make an impact.
Which is completely contrary to his father.
Yep.
You said
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all tripping.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So like I think because this movie came out in November 2019, George Floyd, that happened in
That happened in 20.
was that 2020 or 2021?
I think that was the summer of 2020, I believe.
I could look it up.
So I feel like from November 2019 to what happens with George Floyd, it's so similar. And I think that the movie really portrayed it really well. How just like, yeah, how like what it feels like to, you know, the uproar. And then of course it touches on police brutality and just like the Black experience. But yeah, I think those kind of parallel in a way.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a film that like faces the stuff like head like right where like, you know, face first, if that makes sense. Like it kind of like those like issues, those social issues, cultural issues. But I do find it like kind of just like not tragic. Well, it is tragic, but like just like sad that, you know, they die as they were seen in the media. You know, they're seen as like criminals. You know, there's not like the full story that's like actually going to be told. And I mean, one that's realistic in a lot of cases, but you just want to see like, you just want to see them like be cleared up of what happened.
Yeah.
Because you follow them and you feel so bad for them because they are innocent, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I love why they mention the word legacy so much.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 times, because you'll never get like a perfect portrayal of how you really were in the news when it comes to stuff like this. So you have to live in you have to depend on the community on how you really were. So you saw all the kids wearing all the T-shirts at the end of it. You saw the portrait at the end on the wall, and everyone coming out to support them at the protests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just really like how I don't know that how like where it matters, where you'll be remembered is where it is in the Black community.
Mm-hmm. And I also think it's just a small thing, but it's really effective. Is what like they're, you know, when they first go to the uncle's house, they're dressed a certain way, and then they have to like shave their heads and everything to kind of look different so the police don't catch them. But then when the police are like basically like on their way, they change into the uncle's clothes, and just kind of that, just the way that changes their image, and kind of, I don't know. It felt like Slim's character kind of grew into that.
Bossed up.
Yeah, it seemed like when they're dressed and then they're driving down, he seemed like kind of content with himself,
Yeah.
which I thought was interesting because by that point he'd been pretty timid about the situation, but it felt kind of like, I don't know. Did you guys pick up on that too? Like kind of that weird. He seemed happy, not happy. But
Yeah, like he seemed more just like, I feel like all that the fear and like the anxiety that they were having because they kept asking each other, "Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared?" I feel like at that point they were just kind of like, "All right, let's just go. Like
yeah,
we just got to keep going."
optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like once they got to her uncle's house, there was like more of a breakdown in their characters for sure because that's where she tells him like, "Yeah, my uncle killed my mom."
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that really goes into the story of like why she kind of is the way she is.
Yeah.
In addition to her also being a lawyer, but I just feel like, I mean, dang, like if the story of how her mom died, I don't know, it was just really crazy, and I feel like that brought them together even more.
Yeah. Would you say this is Daniel? What is his last name?
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya. Would you say this is his best performance?
Best. Yeah.
He's been
He's one of my
has.
favorites. You know he's British?
I did know that.
I didn't
And it seems like he's in a lot of roles intentionally that are very like
American. Like
not American, but just like they have those undertones and subtext of like racial like themes and everything. Like Get Out, obviously, Black Panther, obviously.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, that one. Yes. Because I've seen.
passionate.
Yeah, and I appreciate and Nope. Well, Nope also has the doesn't
That
have,
was kind of like
does it have
Nope.
I don't know if it has those.
racial. This was Jordan. He said that was like his worst one, or I said that was
I didn't think it was his worst one. I don't think he had like a
I don't know if we just have to rank his 3. Jordan Peele's.
yeah
I think I said Nope. Nope was
it might have been last. It might have been not because it's bad, just because it's like my first. I would say Get Out, Us, and then
I think I'd go in
Yeah.
that order too.
but yeah, I think from what I've seen, because I've seen Get Out and Nope and this one now and Black Panther, which he was a minor role in Black Panther, but I still think Get Out is probably his best performance. Have you seen any of those movies?
I saw Get Out. I have to watch them again, honestly.
It's a completely different character than this,
Yeah,
clearly,
yeah.
because of the plot.
Like thriller, right? Like
It's-
suspense.
yeah, like he doesn't know what's going on throughout, but this one he's like
Yeah.
he's right into it.
I think I'd say I like Judas and the Black Messiah. That was
I need to watch that one.
He was really good in that. I think I'd give it. It's either between this or Get Out or this. I think
Mhm.
I'd give it to.
I didn't think Get Out is just kind of his like the one where he's like this is his best, just because of how emotive he is in that.
Just of how you're asking, like just of how he is as a character, like his best movie.
Oh yeah, his acting.
Oh, I think I'll give it to Clean and Slim because he was pretty happy.
There's no bad performance.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with picking either one. He was in Spider-Man. Did not know that.
A voice.
Yeah,
Huh.
Spider-Punk.
Oh yeah, I think I did know that.
He's in so much. I swear,
He's really good. I kind
No,
of
I
want
know.
to Get Out now. I feel like Get Out is really.
You think he'd be in like more, like 'cause he's
Yeah.
in a lot, but like you think he'd be more. And that goes back to just kind of his like he's picky on what he wants to do, which I rather him be like that, not
And being everything.
yeah.
Yeah, he has that pop. Not like Kevin Hart.
No, I was about to say Kevin Hart, like just like Kevin Hart, like
Oh, him is
The Rock.
The Rock, Samuel L. Jackson. He picked up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Is it Samuel?
Samuel L. Jackson's in like 4 movies every year.
Yeah, and
Will Smith used to be in everything.
What's the one guy? Nicolas Cage. He'll pick up anything.
Yeah, he'll do anything.
They made a
funny.
movie about every movie he's been in.
Yeah, for real. But
Chris? No,
Ludacris.
I was thinking all of Fast and Furious.
yeah, but yeah, overall, what would you rate this out of 5 stars?
Out of 5 stars. After my second time watching it, I give it a. I don't know. I mean, okay, I really enjoyed the film. Would I give it a 5 out of 5?
Do you think the
I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, after my second time watching it, the story to me kind of seems cliche. Like, if you really think of like the ride or die whole like love story thing, like you said, like I would just really wish that they got it, like they made it to that plane, like y'all, like you know
Yeah.
what I mean. But I would rate it I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5.
Where I
That's
thought-
5. I'd give it a.
Did the pacing like feel long for you guys? I just wanted to
It
ask.
was so long.
That's what I thought.
It's so much happened.
I feel like it would have benefited, and we say this every episode. I think this would have benefited being like 20 minutes shorter. Yeah. Just I don't know.
Yeah,
What part could you cut though?
the car sex scene.
That was 10
Shorten it,
minutes.
maybe.
That was 10 minutes.
Shorten it,
Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
What else? What other scene would I take out?
I was watching this on your computer when that came out.
I have a question. What about the scene like where? Sorry, I don't want to miss
Oh, no, you're
rank. Where the cop sees them
Oh
when
yeah.
he does when they're at the house. Where were they at?
Yeah.
They were at the
They were still at Uncle's house.
friend's house. I
Uncle's
think.
friend's house. Yes.
They were at the uncle's friend's house.
and they hide under the bed. That was a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I think I like how they showed that the other cop was being mean to the original cop because it was a
Mhm.
black cop and a white cop. I like how the white cop was being mean to the black cop first. I don't know why. It just added like some, because it shows like, 'cause I know there's like a negative stigma with like, well, let me not even get into that.
Mhm.
I don't know, it just added some like justification for them letting them go. Cause like
Mhm.
if you being mean to me, I'm on your team. Imagine we catch these two
No,
people,
literally.
you know.
You think
so,
we're together just because we're both cops, but
yeah. So
at the end of the day, it's still a division
us
because
versus
of
them.
yeah.
So, oh yeah. Oh, I had one more thing. It was a great soundtrack.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah.
They had a bunch of
I
stuff.
loved it.
They had Lauryn Hill. They had Vince Staples. Who else?
Gospel in the beginning. What song was
Gospel.
that by?
Uh,
That's a really popular song.
couldn't tell you. Raphael Sadiq. Yeah, I heard of that. Earth Gang.
Solange.
Solange and
Solange was
Cardi
in
was
there.
all made up.
Oh, Meg Thee Stallion was in there too.
I heard
That was when they entered her uncle's house.
I remember.
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. I like the uncle.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like a breath of fresh air. Also, 'cause
Yeah.
he was a pimp.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just.
A lot of colorful lights in his house.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like I was really quick to judge like the girls, but like once they started talking more, and like she took down her hair, and like
Yeah.
they had a conversation, you really like open your eyes to, not be so quick to judge.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a story, I guess.
Yeah. Did you say your rating?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I think I'd give it a. Gosh, I wish I could watch this for the first time and then talk about it now.
No, literally.
I think I'll give it a 4 or 4.5.
I would give it a 3.5.
Whoa.
No, well, it's because like what you said, I did kind of find it a little kind of just like cliche, like
Yeah.
in the way it's presented, and like I said, it did feel like it was kind of dragging in that aspect of
Yeah.
it, especially, like you said, they could have probably cut that scene down when they get to their uncle's friend's house or whatever. Just, I don't know. Maybe that's just my personal preference, just because it was such a pain to try and get through. Not because of the film, but just because of scheduling and time wise and everything. But yeah, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5, which is still good.
Yeah.
Still good. I think, like I said many times throughout the episode, it's socially very important,
Mhm.
especially coming out in 2019,
Yeah.
right before.
I was about to say like
Yeah.
perfect kind of timing.
Yeah.
Y'all have any
Okay.
thoughts on the guy that like flip turned on him to get the plane?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he's horrible. That was so
Oh.
sick of him.
I think it was like 250,000 to get them both. I
He was
think.
counting money and just like happy.
Yeah, man, he was sketchy.
Jeez.
What's that? Florida?
Got him high in the
Mhm.
car,
Terrible.
thinking like, oh, we're cool.
Mhm.
Was it predictable though?
Yes,
Really?
that's the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you, but okay. Honestly, it's predictable. It's wrong, but like, I can get $250,000.
Does it seem too good to be true that he would get them to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like to get them to the airplane and to have them fly off and
Yeah.
live a beautiful life.
Seemed too easy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. No.
Honestly, that's really what I wanted. That would have been a beautiful ending,
Yeah.
but
it was not.
based on the
It was a beautiful ending, but it was not.
it was practical. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Tragic.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah. To a saddening. And that has been. Thank you, Hannah, for coming on.
for
It's
having
been
me.
really nice talking about the movie.
So fun.
But yeah, that has been over Queen and Slim. Wow, we're really ending it on very like a what's the word? A poignant,
Oh,
a very like
Abrupt.
abrupt, thoughtful into it. But yeah, that has been our episode of Queen and Slim. Comment on below in the comments what movie you want us to talk about next. What were you saying, Cam?
This week we have a journalism award. Drew won't be able to go.
Yeah, I won't be able to go.
Drew never goes, but
I can't. I don't have time, bro. I got the news.
he works. He works.
I don't know what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what I do on.
You get an award?
We might
He
get
might get an award.
Oh, for this?
Not this episode, but for the show.
Oh, for the show, yeah, for the show.
I'll be back hopefully with something.
Hardware.
Man, we're going on. So by the time this episode comes out, I'm already there.
I'll be twiddling my thumbs.
Drew will be waiting for a text from me to see if we won. The awards is on Saturday though, so by the time this comes out, and by the time you're watching it, we probably already got the award. Hopefully, if we get one,
So say congratulations in the comments.
Exactly.
If we win or we don't win, just
we have one under our
Get it.
belt.
You gotta manifest it.
Solid. You
Oh,
have
yeah, that paper over there. We can show it off, even though we said we were gonna hang it up, but we never got anything for it. Yeah, just. I don't think it's that.
Anyway, we got
We
one.
do
It's
this,
right.
Cameron?
It's
Y'all see it.
yeah. That was for Jeepers Creepers, last fall, right? Last fall.
Yeah.
That was strictly audio, unfortunately, but
This is the best in the state. So ICPA, Illinois Collegiate Press Association.
just to add some needed credibility to our cause here.
Oh man, we'll be doing backflips when we. Looking forward to it. So by the time we come out, just say congratulations because
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah.
In advance.
Very much appreciate. But yeah, that has been our episode for Queen and Slim. We'll see you next week with our next film for Black History Month. We will continue doing this series. Thank you again, Hannah, for joining us. It's been
Thank
awesome.
you.
And that's been the Tuesday Talk Movies podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
And I'm Hannah.
And we will see you next week. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.